Hello, test 1 2. How's everybody on this fine afternoon? Hello, it's the Winning Touch podcast. Thanks for tuning in. If you are, if you're not, well, it doesn't matter because you're not going to hear this, are you? So, have you had enough of this shit? I know I have. You know what I'm talking about. Never thought it'd actually be wanting to go back to work this much. I've always been an advocate of life not being work. But, yeah. Hey, shit happens. Not nobody saw this coming, but China saw it coming. I think they know more than they let on, but you never know with them, do you? I'm not talking about the Chinese people. I know Chinese people that are great. I'm referring to Chinese governments. Okay? Now that I've thrown out that caveat, that blah blah, the disclaimer. Yeah, I think they're sketchy. They do things a different way. They do. I'll never know. What am I gonna do? You know? Am I rolling down there, demanding answers, banging on, Chinese president's door? Is it China? Is it a president or a prime minister? Is it like us? I don't know. I'm going to keep up on the quarantine. I'm going to keep doing my thing. I will grouch about it on the mic. And that's what I'm going to do. And yeah, I will be back to work when they say. I think it's going to be sooner than I thought. That's fine. I'm all good with that. That is okay. How's everybody doing? Message me. Shoot me a little message. Shoot me a 1-2 word message. Say fucking great. Say fine. Say not great. Say I hate this shit. People run the gambit, Some people are probably enjoying it. I've keep hearing about people that are that, they go on EI, they're getting a stimulus benefit or whatever, and they're making more than they would at their actual job. I'm sure it's not everybody. I'm sure it's very few, actually. But imagine being in that situation. I remember years ago, I was out of work, so I did this job search thing. We went in and worked on resumes and did mock interviews and all that. And there was a guy in there, he had a really good job that he got laid off from. It paid him well. It was at the Honda factory in this area. And it does pay well there. And he flat out said, I'm on my unemployment insurance. I get a percentage of, what I was making. He's like, I looked at it. If I go and get a minimum wage job, I'm going to be making less than being on unemployment insurance. He goes, why am I going to rush out and start flipping burgers? And he had a fucking point. And I know the EI doesn't last forever, but probably ride it out, right? So yeah, it's just a little anecdote. There's lots going on. What did I want to... I know. There's a gun ban. I might be behind on this. I know it was like 2 weeks ago, but Trudeau went and banned a bunch of guns. How do you feel about this one? Again, I'm going to do the disclaimers. Well, it's not a disclaimer. I'm not a gun guy. I like action movies. I think they're kind of cool. I was looking them up, what ones are banned, and I actually like the pictures. I liked looking at them. I grew up on, G.I. Joes and action movies and stuff. I don't own any. I've thought about getting them. I haven't. Really comes down to what do I want to spend my money on. I'm not going to spend my money on a gun. They're not cheap. Don't need one in my area. I've never been in a situation where I thought I needed one. I'm 38. Could it happen? Yeah. I know we're not the U.S. We got rough parts in our country, but I don't reside in those areas. I might when I move, but yeah, if I do, it'll be later on, because I think there's a lot going on here. I think it's worth talking about. I looked up some things and get over to my computer. I still have it up. A couple things that caught my eye. This all came in the wake of the shooting out in Nova Scotia, which was horrible, killing 22 fucking people. That's not just 22 dead people. It's not just 22 bodies. That's 22 families shattered. 22, every single one of those people had at least a couple friends devastated. The reverberations, the ripples of that is fucking gross. Some of those people, didn't look too into who it was because I didn't want to get depressed. Some of those people probably had kids. I know dealing with that child that loses a parent, especially in that fucking way. A lot of people probably talking about it. Kid probably didn't really know what was going on. But anyway, the part that caught my eye was that I can't find the exact quote, but so they're enacting the weapons ban. Trudeau says there's no place for weapons such in Canada except for the cops. He makes some good points. He says, if you're a hunter, you don't need an AR-15. You know what? I kind of agree. Here it is. Yeah, you don't need an AR-15 to bring down a deer, he said. You know what? He's right. A bolt-action rifle should do it. The term assault style has no legal definition in Canada. Think about that. Let that one sink in. He's making a law about something that has no legal definition. The Firearms Act also does not currently classify firearms as military style. Okay? The term would have to be defined in the new regulations. So he's making a new law about these guns, and he has to make the definition at the same time. How do you feel about that? I don't know. I read through this article. I'm not going to do the whole thing. Obviously, that would kind of drag on. Nobody wants to listen to me sit and fucking read. But, so if they're taking them away from people, who does have them? These assault-style guns that are not determined. The cops, the military, as they should, but police have them. And, I like Canada. I like living here. It's probably why I'm talking about this. I believe I've gone on record before as saying, as comes to the U.S., I agree with the First and Second Amendments. I've openly said I think Canada would do well to adopt them. We don't have it. We got comedians getting sued by the government, and now this guy's just taking the guns. They didn't put it through a vote or anything like that. He just said it. He just kind of did it. They're writing it out, I guess. But yeah, so he's writing a law about something that's not fully determined. If we're talking about the Nova Scotia shooting, yeah, the guy, horrible again. I'm not making any kind of light of it. But the guy didn't have the guns legally. He got them illegally from the U.S., at least according to this from what I've read. On top of that, illegal firearms from U.S. sources mean we get them from the U.S. 70 to 90% of all gun-related crimes, all the gun crimes are from illegal guns. So what does this do? This, this ban on... Again, I don't have guns. I'm probably not going to get one. But if I was ever in a situation where I thought I would need them, I would like that option, because there's other parts in this article that talk about banning the handguns. So then what? As far as self-defense, again, I'm not just going to sit and read through articles, but I've read other things where a lot of the time in self-defense situations, just brandishing the weapon, pulling the gun out, stops the guy. You don't even pull the trigger. Most people, if you're going to get mugged, stick a gun in their face, probably 99% of them, if they don't have a gun, are going to fuck off. So you're not even shooting anybody. I fucking got into that. I don't know. Is it funny for a not gun owner to be looking into this and talking about this? Maybe. But they're taking away even the option. What if I live in a sketchy area and I want to legally purchase a weapon just in case? They're taking that away. And then, the only people that have them, the great big advantage of having those weapons are the police, the guys that throw you in cages for apparently what the fuck ever they want. Well, no, not whatever they want, but yeah. Isn't that how tyranny starts? It's... Do I sound like an American? I don't know. Do I? People want to tell me to shut up. I don't care. I got to talk about it. Again, I know the shooting was a while ago. Doesn't matter. The laws that are being passed are the future and will affect people. I would like to have the option. This assault style that isn't even defined weapons ban isn't even passed, and there's other parts in this article talking about the handguns already. He rolled this stuff out when people are, worried about their paycheck and shit. People are stuck at home. I know we're opening up, and that'll probably be fine soon. But I mentioned before, there are people that would take advantage of this situation. Yeah. And it looks like they are. I was looking up all this stuff. Usually I just kind of rant and don't prepare this much, but I did read it, and I checked off a couple of key points there, and I got into it. The gun debate. Where do you stand on it? Where do you stand on shooty stuff? Again, at the face value, Trudeau's saying, you don't need a fucking assault rifle to take down a deer and do. Yeah, makes sense. But they're going to give you like 2 years to hand in your gun. Apparently it's a buyback program. I'm pretty sure most people didn't buy their guns to get rid of them. I don't know. They had the list of the ones on there. I won't go through it. You can look it up. It's the usuals. The M14. The famous AR-15, AR-10. There's a couple other ones. There's one called the CZ Scorpion, which is kind of cool, but that's just me. I get it. It's most people don't need that shit, but I'd like to have the option. I'd at least like to have a pistol to defend myself. Some crackhead comes in the house, some dude high on coke, when your kid's asleep. Yeah, that happened. Nothing bad went down that day, but he was here. I would have loved to go. It's time to fucking leave. So yeah, Jesus fuck. Yeah, it kind of brings stuff up. I haven't thought about that in a long time. Long time ago, some guy showed up here. He kind of knew my brother and clearly high on blow. Apparently he had a problem with the guy that lives across the street. And, after he left, my brother was like, I fucking never need to see that guy again. So, and yeah, my daughter was like 2 or 3 at the time. She was sleeping. Dude just kind of walking through the house like he was trying to find something. not. I was bigger than him, but still, he looked pretty sturdy. He's on blow. It's harder to knock somebody out. Yeah. Again, I would have liked to have the option. That's been taken away. And I feel like, well, I was going to say doing it in a sneaky way, but it's really not. He made a statement. He went on, there's a video of it. So by he, I mean Justin, good old JT, J. Trudeau, our prime minister, who, I don't know. Again, I don't get very political at all. And again, I'm not even a gun owner. But you never know what happened. And yes, the vast majority of the time, you're not going to need one. My neighbor just went hunting. Obviously, he's got a rifle. I know other people with rifles. My father used to have a revolver. I don't think he has it anymore. I remember that a long time ago. He had a revolver and a rifle. Can't remember why. Again, don't know what's going to happen. Yeah, man. Some people say, oh, you'll probably never need it. And the odds are, yeah, but the one day it happens is the most important day of your life, isn't it? And again, a lot of the time just brandishing, pulling the thing out. Most people are going to fuck off. Most people don't want a hole in their face. You could make the argument of, I don't know. Do I want to beat this into the ground? Not really. I'm probably going to talk more about it later. I want to actually look more into it. I heard somebody on another podcast say flat out what Trudeau's doing with this ban is illegal. It's apparently against the law. So I don't know. Pardon me, Jesus. I don't know. So I'd like to find that out. Anybody wants to shout out on Twitter or whatever, it's JohnWinning1, the number 1, at JohnWinning1 to Twitter. I always forget my fucking Instagram. Don't worry about it. Yeah. Anybody that hears this and wants to chime in, please do. If you got a bunch of dumb shit to say and tell me my hair sucks, I know it does. Hey, you know what? Fuck it. You can do that too. I just won't pay it. Never mind. Yeah. I was going to look into the shooter over in Nova Scotia and that, but you know what? I'm an advocate of not saying the guy's name. Anybody that does these, eventually the media call it on and stopped posting the guy's pictures and saying their name and that, because some of these psychos, that's what they do it for. They want to go down in history or whatever, which I can't ever wrap my fucking head around. It's messed up. It's messed up, man. So that's where I am on that. That's a debate. I'm probably gonna talk more about it later. But what else is going on? Not a whole lot. Like I said, I've had enough of this. I'm good. Ready to get back to work. Some people might roll their eyes. What? You're getting paid to fucking sit around? Yeah, I've been sitting around too much. I got up this morning, went for a run. That felt good. I didn't go very far. It was, I toured around the block, so that was good. Great way to start the day. I'm not getting up with the sun or anything. I got up at like 8:30, but I'm getting better there. I was sleeping in pretty bad for a while. I stopped giving a fuck. I was like, how often do you get to do this? I don't want that to be a habit. I don't want to go down that road and get used to doing that. Like I say, right now, last I heard from work, we're back to work July, end of June, whatever. I think it's going to be sooner. I think my boss is probably had enough too. I mean, you want to talk about having it tough. Yeah, he's got money, but he's probably losing money too. People that have money don't like getting rid of it. If you're hearing that clicking, I'm playing with a knife. I used to think it was weird and whatnot, but somebody I admire, I look up to is Jocko Willink, and I was watching his podcast. He has a YouTube version. He was doing the exact same thing. He just had it in his hand. He's talking, which is cool. So yeah, I don't feel so weird about doing it. He's a weird guy, but whatever. I've bought 2 of his books, just bought a 3rd. So I will review that. I was listening to it the other day. I really got pumped. Actually, what motivated me to go for the run today. I am going to start exercising. Well, I have started exercising. I got to get a new pair of shoes. Anybody that's got a shoe hookup, let me know. I could use a shoe hookup because mine hurt my feet. Again, the run felt good today until a little while after. My feet hurt. My shoes are coming apart. They're pretty old by now, at least a year old. And I don't think they're runners either. They're Nikes, but they're decent. They got the bubble on the heel. I like Nikes. You know, they're good. Asics or Saucony are good. New Balance. Anyway, that was just my short coffee break. What else is up? I'm rambling. I have zero direction anymore. I've been watching a lot of Netflix. I think a lot of people have. I watched this psychedelic movie. Oh, what was it called? It was called Have a Good Trip. It was about psychedelics, which I like. It's a cool topic. I've done psychedelics a handful of times. Did mushrooms 2 or 3 times. Done acid twice. Acid's a trip. One time in acid, I was still living in Grand Valley. And as you do when you're a kid, you're not doing it for enlightenment or expand your mind. You're doing it to get fucked up. So you're smoking weed and drinking beer at the same time. Not the best combo. Nothing horrible happened. I remember sitting at my buddy's apartment and his girlfriend came down. And it wasn't just me. It was me and my friends. There was 5 or 6 of us. But yeah, we're all sitting at his place. His girlfriend's just in a pissy mood. She lived elsewhere and came down to see him. And he told her, you know, it's going to be going down. We're doing acid. I guess she wasn't into it. Came down anyway. I don't know if it's her intention to ruin people's time, but she did a good job, at least for me. I still remember I was sitting on the floor. He had like different colored lights set up. I was starting to look at shit because it was kicking in. And she just starts talking to me. How you feeling? I was like, I can't remember what I said. Oh, you don't look so hot. Are you ever going to do this again? Just start nagging me. You don't need somebody fucking nagging you when you're on acid, especially when you're already struggling, right? That's just rude. Okay? I remember my buddy Mike fucking yelling at her for it. It's like, I told you what we're doing. We're going to be on acid. Da, 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 da. I'm like, oh, this is fucking harsh in my good time. So I left the apartment. It was like the top of a garage barn thing. So there was the stairs that go up to the side and like a small balcony. And I went out because I had to get the fuck out of there. Didn't like what was going on. So I go out and I'm sitting on the small balcony and I'm just, this is better. I'm like, I can't be inside anymore. We got to get out. We got to fucking go. And Mike, I guess, is done yelling at his girlfriend. Because I was like, dude, what are you doing? I can't have you out here fucking holding your head and rambling about shit. I didn't realize I was doing that. Apparently I had my hands on my head and I was looking weird. He's like, my fucking landlord's going to see you. I'm like, dude, I can't stay in here anymore. Your girl's pissing me off. He's like, I know. I'll handle it. We'll get the fuck out of here. So, and we did. We left. I was like, I'm not staying inside. I was like, I'll stay right here. I won't be weird. So, and yeah, we set off. I think think like 4 of us left. I don't remember exactly. Yeah, there's 3 or 4 of us. I can't remember exactly who. Doesn't matter. It was me, Mike, and other 2 dudes. So I'm pretty sure we split off at some point. I think Jamie was, I don't know. But yeah, so we're tripping around town, just walking around. I'm enjoying it. I went up, tried to go to my other friend's house. This is pretty late at night. And I forget. I remember like laying down in the bushes across the road from our other friend's house. So we're trying to get him to come out. This is pre-cell phone. We couldn't text him and be like, hey, what's up? DM me. We'll be here. No. You had to knock on people's doors or call their house. Well, we were calling the house because we were young. We're like 15, 16. Not calling the house. His parents are there. He lives with his parents. His kid. My friend Mike was the only one that had his own place. So yeah. We toured all over the town, small town, but whatever. And at one point where I lived, our bus driver that took us to high school, because there's no high school in the town, we got bussed out every day. Her bus was always parked there because she lived in the area. So we got in our heads that we were going to check out the bus. We go on this thing every day. Why won't we go back to the bus? I ended up climbing in the fucking window. I remember we went up. Like, how are we getting in? I was like, I'm going in the window. We slid the window open. I climbed in. I climb in. This is the driver's side. I climb in. I fall, do like a somersault, hit all the buttons and stuff. The lights start flashing and the arm thing sticks out. I'm like, oh, I'm in the bus. Yeah. My friends bail. They fucking run into the bushes because the lights and shit are going off. I somehow managed to turn everything off. I don't know how. And nobody fucking noticed. And I opened the door, the big slidey arm, big lever that opens the side door. I open it up. Hey guys, I'm in the bus. So they come out. They're like, holy shit, nobody saw that. They all came in and we kind of trashed the bus. We smoked cigarettes in there, and I think we probably left a couple empty beer bottles when we were drinking bottles. So yeah, that was one time on acid. But what got me onto that story? Yes, the psychedelic movie about psychedelics. I don't know. I want to talk about myself. I know the time on mushrooms was a good time. This is years later. We're older. Different group of friends. Again, my 2 friends are renting this place. We decided we're doing mushrooms. So, start of the night, we do the thing. Drop the mushrooms. Chow them down. Waiting. Anybody that's done mushrooms knows it takes a little while. It's fine. It's probably half an hour, maybe 40 minutes. I go to the bathroom. Again, we're drinking beers. We never did anything without drinking fucking beer. And so yeah, I go to the bathroom. I walk down the hall to the bathroom, feeling fine. As I'm in there taking a piss, it starts, you're not seeing anything, but you feel it. And my mouth starts curling up and I start smiling as I'm taking a piss. I'm like, oh shit. Oh, here we go. So I finish up, step back for a minute. And then apparently I was taking a while because I get back into the hallway on my way back to the living room. And I just start busting a gut. I'm laughing so hard, leaning up against the wall, tears down my face. Don't know what I'm laughing at. I guess somebody decided to come check on me. Somebody comes out. And I'm like, everything's funny. And he starts laughing. He goes, Winning's peeking. He tells everybody else. Everybody starts laughing. It's like, fucking here we go. Good times. That was a fun night. I'm pretty sure that was mushroom. Yeah, it was. Fuck, that was a fun night. I don't remember a lot of the rest of the night, but it was a good time. Mushrooms are fun, man. Acid can be fun. Mushrooms can be fun. Just be around people you know. Get it from trusted sources, you know. Make sure your drug dealer is trustworthy. Yeah, I'm all for it. It's not for everybody. If you've got some kind of trauma or you're, I don't know. No, it's not for everybody. Everybody's fucking head soup is different. Your chemical makeup is different. It's going to affect you differently. But yeah, if you're around the right people and you do enough just to get going, you don't have to do the heroic dose every time, which is something scary that I might try one day. But a heroic dose is like a lot, like 10 grams or something. It'll fucking launch you into the next dimension. Be like Doctor Strange style shit. So yeah. Check it out. Yeah. In short, I'm all for it. Be around good people. Don't do a fucking ridiculous amount and things, stuff. What was I? I'm still remembering the fucking trip and all that. That's why I'm stuttering. But yeah, man, do it. I'm all for experimenting. Be smart about it. I would recommend not drinking alcohol with it. Maybe a bit of weed. I don't know. Maybe just don't fuck with it. Just take it by itself. We used to put it in tea. My one friend that I used to do it with, he couldn't stand the fucking taste. I had no problem. Well, I mean, it didn't taste good, but I had no problem just chewing them back. I just bite into a cap and the cap of the mushroom and just fucking get started, But you like to put them in tea, which apparently is a good way to do it too. I put them on pizza once. But I was okay just eating them. I would just eat them, I'd chase back with a beer. Because, yeah, I mean, it didn't taste good, but it didn't make me want to puke. Like other people. But hey. Probably a good idea to have something in your stomach, but I don't know. I'm not a psychedelic shaman. But yeah, the psychedelic movie is good. It's called Have a Good Trip. This is my little Netflix review. Have a Good Trip. I liked it. I got a kick out of it. They interview celebrities, Sting and David Cross, Sarah Silverman, T.J. Miller, I think, is in it. Yeah. I really enjoyed it. They do this cheesy ass PSA. The old PSA. There's your brain on drugs, and there's always the high school scenario where they're like, "Here, take this," and they hold it up in a way that nobody ever holds it up. And so yeah, but the cheesy PSA was good because they're talking about all the horror stories you hear about acid and this and that, and a dude thought he was an orange and started peeling his skin, and another chick fucking jumped out a window. I think that did happen, but out of the number of people that have taken it, and the people who have freaked out and died like that, I think it's fucking minuscule. Again, whenever someone dies, something stupid, it sucks. But if we're looking at the numbers, that's an experiment. Set and setting. It is important. They talk about that in the movie too. Be around people you know and trust. Don't fucking drive. That's another one. Yeah, but it's, people telling stories about their experiences with it. Some good, some bad. It's going to be that way. The good trips are fucking good. This is not like the gun thing where I just have a kind of a wishy-washy opinion. Well, I don't think my opinion's wishy-washy, but Yeah, they run through this scenario. It's this cheesy PSA where they really laid it on thick. They got like the innocent young girl going to the high school party with her two friends that would never do it. And so she tries it and she ends up jumping out the window. And all the actors are supposed to be in high school are like 40. And it's obvious they're just dressed different. So it's really funny. I don't know who the actor is, but I've seen her in movies. I know she's an actor, and I know she's older, probably my age, maybe younger. Doesn't matter. But yeah, so she does the drug and jumps out the window, and then her two friends, they're like, oh, we'd never do those drugs. And the drug dealer's like, are you sure? He's like, no, we're drinking orange soda. And then the other, evil teenager starts laughing. I put like 10 hits in there. So they freak out and jump out the window together, which is really funny. It's, again, they're laying it on thick. It's obviously fake. It's a parody of those old PSAs. I think it's a better idea to realistically study this shit and have people informed, just like alcohol or cigarettes. This idea that you have to beat everything down. It's bad, don't do it, it's bad. In excess, lots of things are bad. I'm drinking coffee right now. It's my third cup. Should I have another one? Probably not. If I drink too much of this, I'm not going to die, but there's something to look up. How much caffeine before you die? Anyway, yeah, have a good trip on Netflix. Check it out. I will be back next week. I'm going to look more into the gun laws and shit. It's got my interest now. I'm always looking for something to read about or look into now. Because, again, I was really kind of fucking around for a while, not doing jack shit. This has got my interest. Again, I'm not a gun owner. That's the last time I'll say it, I swear. I can see myself in a situation where I'd want one. Because that brief story I told, that fucking happened. Yeah, what do you think, man? Hit me up. I think that's enough for now, folks. Have a good night. See y'all later.